So last week's chat was crazy. I know I promised 2 hours, but actually we stayed on and chatted for 3.5 hours. And I'm sorry some of you missed it. I know some of you messaged me and said that you had stuff you had to do and exams and stuff like that, so you had to miss it. But even though not every week I'm going to go for 3.5 hours, I started getting so hungry. But I will still be doing this every week. So hopefully for those of you who weren't able to make it, you can make it this week. And I really hope a lot of you who are there this past week make it to this week again, because some of you guys were hilarious. And you guys made it so fun. Like 3.5 hours didn't seem like it was that long at all. I really had a great time with you guys. So it's Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Let's go ahead and get to these questions. Big Bardos asks if I've ever played Alpha Protocol, because the game generally got really bad reviews, so he wanted to know what I think about it. Alpha Protocol wasn't great, but I think some of the reviews were a little harsher on it than it should have been. It was by no means an excellent game, but I played it all the way through, and, I was rather hooked on it. It wasn't great, but it was fun. If you have nothing else to play, like right now we have a dead season. We've got Little Big Planet 2 coming out next week, but if you don't have a PS3 and you're really looking forward to something that is cheap, that you can get into and have a good time, Alpha Protocol is the game for you. It had some RPG elements. The controls were a little annoying at times, but overall, I enjoyed my time with it. So I wouldn't recommend it to somebody that's looking for a really deep shooter, but someone who's just looking for something just fun to play, and they can just, go in there and enjoy themselves, then I would recommend it. The auto reviewer asks if I have any favorite developers or publishers. It changes a lot, because usually Rockstar was my favorite, but with GTA 4, I was really disappointed in GTA 4. I know it sold like a kabillion, bajillion, trillion, crazy amounts of copies of the game. In fact, I think it was, I don't know if it still is, but for the time it was the biggest sold media product or entertainment product ever. And I think that's a lot because it is Rockstar and it is the GTA series, but I don't think the game lived up to it. The game just it seemed more like a chore to play it than entertaining. So, Rockstar is still one of my favorites, but I would like to see a little bit more variety from them. So, right now, probably one of my favorites is Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog with Uncharted, they are completely, every time I see something new on Uncharted 3, I'm blown away. And I felt the same way about Uncharted 2, and I felt the same way about Uncharted 1. Every time I see anything on those games, it's just perfection. Also 2K, with Bioshock 1 and 2, and now Bioshock Infinite. 2K, I think, has a really, really bright future ahead of them, definitely. And lastly, I'd say BioWare, with Dragon Age and Mass Effect. I know I didn't give Mass Effect to the biggest review, or the best review, and some of you have sent me death threats for it, but, that's okay. I still enjoyed myself with Mass Effect 2. I'll just say it again. I thought it was pretty watered down compared to the first one. I mean, really. BioWare didn't listen to any of you out there that wanted certain things or didn't want certain things. They didn't care what the gamers had to say. And that bothers me. So, let's get to the next one. Insane Gamer Zone asks if I've ever played Elder Scrolls Oblivion. You think I'd like that game, right? So I'm a big Dragon Age fan, and I really like Divinity 2, and I have a rant to go on with Divinity 2. Just give me a moment. So you would think I like Oblivion. The first time I played it, I hated it. So that's because I didn't like, fantasy-based RPGs until Dragon Age. Well, no, that's not true, because I love Champions of Norath on PS2, and Baldur's Gate. Wouldn't really know if those are true fantasy-based. Like, it wasn't all dragons and shit. But, yeah, I'm not a big fantasy-based RPG fan, or I wasn't until Dragon Age. And Dragon Age had me going out looking for more games like it. And so I picked up Oblivion again and gave it a try, and again, didn't like it. I don't really like games that are just so open world that it's overwhelming, because I am one of the gamers that like to go through and inspect every last inch of everything. So, Oblivion, I don't know, it felt a little just too ridiculous. It was a little too open world, too over the top, just too, like, the fact that I had to sleep to get time to pass, that's just stupid. I thought that was stupid. You know, I know they're trying to make it as real as possible, but it's a video game. You know, if video games were just like real life, then they wouldn't be as fun. The whole point of video games is doing something you can't do in real life. So I'm kind of against the whole, let's make video games as real as possible. They have to sleep to make time pass and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Then why play a video game if everything's just like reality, you know? Takes the fun out of it. But here's my Divinity 2 rant. So everybody's been seeing that I'm playing Divinity 2 again, and they're all asking me if I'm getting Flames of Vengeance or the new Dragon Knight Saga. And I'm playing on 360, and I have no desire to play them on PC. And they last announced that they would be released November 2010 for the 360. And now they're saying, apparently, that Flames of Vengeance is too big to be a DLC, so it won't be available for 360. And I'd like to know, what the hell? What about the fans of your game that have it on 360, like myself? It's not like you can't put out a disc version of the DLC, like Red Dead Redemption did with Undead Nightmare, or Dragon Age Awakenings did. You know, there are options. But then another person told me that actually it was going to be on the 360, but only bundled with Dragon Knight Saga. And Dragon Knight Saga is just kind of like a redo of Ergo Draconis, I think is how you pronounce it, which is Divinity 2. And I don't want to buy Divinity 2 again, or Divinity 2 kind of like the new versions of the retro Star Wars where they added shit that really had nothing to do with anything. It was just to add shit. And so they did that with Divinity 2, and they're rebundling it with the DLC. I don't want to buy the game again. I'm playing it on my second time. I don't want to buy it again and play it a third time. I just want the DLC. But apparently 360 gamers are getting snubbed on that end. So, damn you, Divinity 2 guys. Larian Studios, I think is what they're called. Damn you. Okay. Obsleep and the Supreme Nerdists ask, what is my favorite Metal Gear Solid game? I think I've answered this one before. Not sure, but we're going to do it again. So, my favorite's definitely the first one. And the second one was good too. I think, wasn't the second one Sons of Liberty? I'm not sure. I'm probably wrong, and I'm just going to get blasted with fanboys who are mad that I just got the title wrong. But I don't know. It's been forever since I played the second one. I mean, that's a long time ago. So if I got the name wrong, I'm sorry. But the first one's definitely my favorite. The first one, I'd never played anything like it before. It just blew my mind. Even though I'm not a stealth gamer, it's still just something about it just was amazing to me. And the second one was really good, didn't live up to the first one. And then, I don't know where the hell they've gone with the series now. And I have no interest in it anymore. It seems like every new Metal Gear Solid game came out, the less I was interested in it. So, I wouldn't call myself a Metal Gear Solid fan anymore. I haven't played one since, oh God, since 4 maybe? I don't know. I don't even know the last one I played. I wish I could tell you. I have it in the other room, but whatever. So, yeah, I wouldn't call myself a fan anymore. I was. Not anymore. Sweet Sin FZ, can you do some walkthroughs? I would be the worst person in the world to do walkthroughs, because I like walkthroughs too, because I'm not a patient gamer. If I can't figure out where the key is on my first try, I'll look at a walkthrough. And I have got huge respect to guys who can get a brand new game that doesn't have walkthroughs out yet and do the walkthroughs. Because there's no way in hell I could do it. I don't have the patience for it. And the amount of detail a lot of these guys go through and put into their walkthroughs are amazing. Both the video guys and the written guys, but mostly the written guys, because that takes a lot of work. So I have insane respect for those guys, especially the ones on GameFAQs. They really seem to know exactly what points to hit on. And some of these walkthroughs, you won't know what's important until you're done with the game and maybe play it through a second time. Because a lot of this stuff is hidden as well. So I don't know how they do it. I don't have the patience to do it. Maybe I could do video walkthroughs, but even then, I'm not quite sure how good I would be at it. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to anytime soon. But I definitely have insane respect for the guys that do. And lastly, Trogdor585 wants to know if I like Kingdom Hearts. I loved Kingdom Hearts 2. I did not like Kingdom Hearts 1, which is weird. Do you think I would? Because I am the biggest Disney fan ever. But I'm not a Final Fantasy fan at all. But that didn't matter. Kingdom Hearts 1 I felt was terribly slow and boring. I tried it. I think I got halfway through it before I just gave up. I was just bored by the whole thing. But Kingdom Hearts 2 had more action to it, I felt. It felt like it was a little bit darker of a story as well. I wasn't a big fan of a lot of the movies they used in it. I didn't understand why they had a Hercules and Mulan section. Like, those movies sucked. I would like to have seen them do a whole bunch of the old school. Like, they did do Tron, which was my favorite level. They did Nightmare Before Christmas. They did Steamboat Willie. You know, I think, did they do a Little Mermaid? I can't remember. It's been a while since I played that as well. I actually want to play that again. But it would be nice to see them go back and do a lot of the old school ones. The movies that the kids that were playing it today, like my age, got. Because I didn't grow up on Mulan. I didn't grow up on Hercules. You know, I grew up on Aladdin and Lion King and Cinderella and Snow White. And it would have been cool for them to incorporate all the older movies in it and not the newer crap. So, yeah. But yeah, thanks for sending me your questions. If you guys want to send me more questions, it's usually easier just to email them to me at rachelmoore@gmail.com. For everybody asking me about the signed pictures, I am going to send them out. I got a lot more requests than I expected. I think I expected about 10, and now I'm working on almost 80 requests. And so that's going to take me a while to get all those out, so just be patient with me. I am sending them out in very small increments every week. So, yeah, just be a little patient with me. I do have some games and some, like, PSP Go cases and DS cases and some actual video games for PS3, 360, and PC to give away on Twitter as well. I used to give away free games, and I kind of got away from it, so I'm going to get back to it. So, to be able to do that, you have to follow me on Twitter, because I'll be giving them away on Twitter. So, I'm just at the Rachel there. So, yeah, look forward to seeing you guys this week on the live chat. All the information you'll need to know about the live chat will be down in the video description below. And again, thanks for watching.